Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to talk about how do I connect to my soul? And I started thinking about this and it made a lot of sense because I'm going to use myself as an example. I've had a lot of jobs in my life. And you're going to say, really? Yeah, because I really tried to get away from who I was. And I would try, I have done so many jobs I can't even tell you. But yet, I did them all nice and they were good because I'm very, to the point in what I do. I am a perfectionist, but it didn't feel my soul. And, I always worked for police and FBI, I always say that. And I did that at night, but my regular day job, I had many jobs. And it was funny because of all the jobs that I had, they would tire me. But after a long day of work, and I had to find missing people, that seemed to bring out my best. I wasn't too tired for that. I actually looked forward to it. I was never happy about the subjects that I had to find because that was always very sad, but I really connected to it. And I remember, somebody saying you have to come out and you should be doing this with more people. And I was a little hesitant on that. My husband said, just remember, if you do, once you're out, you're out. So you have to really think that if you want to do this, think long and hard. But he says, I think you need to do this, Suze. So I did after a few days, and well, the rest is history, okay? So for those of you that really don't know and they're stuck, the one thing that they need is to really start soul searching. What is it that you love to do? And then start kind of unfolding in that direction. It's one thing to do your meditation, but I tell people you don't have to meditate quietly. It's nice when you can do that. But I really truly believe for some people, just sitting like this is not something that's going to really happen for them. I think sometimes when you can do something that you love, whether it's gardening, whether it's sailing, whether it's bike riding, whatever it is that gives you this calmness of peace and brings down your vulnerability, brings down your anxiety, that is when you're going to connect in the highest of level within you. Okay, so that's rule one. Don't try so hard to meditate. All you have to do is be you and let what evolves come through from spirit. But the second thing I want to say is you truly have to be truthful with yourself. And that's a big thing because it's hard. And when I get people to say, well, I don't know what I want to do. You know what you like and you know what you don't like and you know what excites you. So start to think of the things that might excite you, even if you have to write them down. And then if you have one thing or three things, then you could start thinking how best to go about it. That is connecting with your soul. Because if you connect with your soul and you're doing what you love, you're connecting and doing your soul's purpose. And that is everything. I have a dear friend, she's a wonderful gardener, and I just love her to pieces. And she just loves to go and garden and help people with their homes. And I say, why not? She's in one with God in so many ways, just even getting her hands in the soil. But she loves it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Think of even the easiest, simplest things that gives you peace. That's another way to connect to your soul's mission. Now you're going to say, well, God, Susan, you're finding missing people, or you're in, it's like you're in a funeral for 14 hours a day. Well, it's interesting because it does give me peace. Now you're going to say, well, why? Because when I can sit there and put puzzle pieces together, whether it's finding somebody or giving somebody their peace or their direction and giving them a chance to understand themselves better that they didn't, that is what's feeding my soul. So sometimes, people have some really tough jobs, but in the same token, it's giving them their peace because they know exactly what they need to do and they're doing it. and they're there every day. When I look at a police officer and I see what they're doing, yeah, it's really tough, especially in these types of days that we live in. But they wouldn't want it any other way. Or a soldier, okay, in the armed forces, they're doing what they love because it's called passion and it's called belief. So think about it. You know, I think you can get your peace by being truthful with you. That's the first step. And when you do that, everything else will come. The people that dodge their mission, and I was one of those people, are never going to be happy until you actually are truthful with yourself and allow what you should be doing. And that is going to be everything, and everything is going to be set. The whole stage is going to be set for you. We're here in each lifetime, but let's talk about this lifetime. We're here for a reason. And what is the reason? Well, mainly for you to be your best self. So if you're not doing what you should be doing, you are not honoring your best self. Really. I know those of you that are watching, you're listening and you're saying, you know, that makes sense. It really does. So the next time when you feel frustrated, put those feelings to the side. We know you're frustrated. What are you going to do to change it? And the first step is being truthful with yourself. And that's going to be a way to collect yourself and to get to where you need to go. So when they say, how do you feed your spirit, your soul? By doing what you need to do for you, because you will evolve into the person you were meant to be in this lifetime. And think about all the beautiful work that you'll do, how you'll inspire somebody else. We need more happiness in this world. Stop finding excuses of not to do it and start finding excuses to do it. Okay? I hope this has enlightened you. I wish you peace. I wish you happiness. But this week, I wish all of you direction. Subscribe to Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube. I love you to pieces, all of you. Until next time, bye-bye.